Hey everyone, it's Eric here from my Resin 3D printing channel. This is the first video of the channel. Reason I actually set this up is just to do or show some maintenance that I'm going to do on the Halot One Plus. I got this printer about 2 months ago. I like the printer itself. It works really well. But two things I do have an issue with are the fans. The one that is the intake to pull in the resin smell through the carbon, and the one is that blows out the hot air from the bottom. They're both really noisy. And what happened with this guy is this fan got exceptionally noisy and has actually stopped working. So I could go through warranty and send the printer back, and maybe 6 months later I'll get it. I'm not going to be bothered to do that. I'm actually just going to replace that fan with in my opinion, a better one, a quieter one. So I'm just going to do a quick tutorial on how to do that today. The fan I've chosen, and for the gamers, you might recognize this brand, Noctua. It's a really quiet fan, very reliable, high quality anyway. Not expensive. They were, I think, $18 on Amazon in Canada. So this is the fan I'm going to put in. It does come with the fan itself, an adapter cable, and then screws that you're going to use, that you would normally use is probably in the CPU inside your computer. Some adapters to actually put in a different cable, and wire crimps for them. Not even sure what these guys are, but I'm not going to need them. So what you will need is the fan itself, and then this actual adapter cable if you want to install it onto the board of the Halot One Plus. So to get access to the board, you're going to have to remove 6 screws. I've already done it. I didn't want to waste everyone's time. So 1, 2, and 3 on the top. You're going to remove the screws for the fan, and then there's 4 screws on the bottom of the unit as well. So it's actually 3 silver, 3 black. To get access, you're just going to have to wiggle this panel out like so, and there you have the board itself and all its components inside the printer. So there was a black zip tie connecting all these together. Oops, sorry. I just cut that off a few minutes ago. And the actual cable for the fan you can trace back to the board, which is right here. There is some glue on top of these, I guess, just to hold them in place. Vibration, shipping, whatever the case is. I just pulled that piece of glue off. I don't think I'm going to put it back. I mean, the printer's just going to sit on the desk. So I pulled that, looks like it was applied with a glue gun, so I just pulled that off. Came off pretty easy. Then you're going to pull this plug out of the board that connects the fan, like so. And then you can just remove the actual fan itself. So this fan actually stopped working, so garbage. Just be careful when you do start pulling off these wires. There is a small cable here. I believe that's for the Wi-Fi. It's just a little tiny pin connector there. See by my finger. That will come off, so if you do connect everything back up and your Wi-Fi is going, don't sweat it. Just unscrew your panel. Check for this cable that is back in there. So mine did come off. When I initially opened the case, I saw it right away, so I wasn't too freaked out about it. So what we're going to do now is just put this fan on. Now this fan here, when you get it, these wires are all set into this little groove. I had to pull them out because when it's in there and you place the fan down onto the unit, the cable gets stuck on the ridge here. So you have to remove those from the actual unit itself. Once you do that, just feed your cable in like so. Oops, you can almost see how I snagged that wire I was just warning you about. And then you're going to need this adapter that came with the fan. So you plug that in here. It's not rocket science. And she goes. And then you're going to plug it into, oops, sorry, I'm losing my stand here. There we go. You're going to plug it into the board. There's only one slot for it, which is where you pulled it out from. Plug it in. Slides in really easy. And then the last thing I will do, if I can find it, is put that zip tie back on. Here we are. So I'm just going to go from the top here. Sorry, I know I'm getting my hands in the way. I don't do a lot of how-tos, so pardon my ignorance here. So I'm just going to thread it through and then fold it once, just to keep all of the slack out of the way. And then I'm going to tie this up and just zip it down. Oops. Of course it came out. Why wouldn't you? Okay, so there we are. Everything's snug again. Just tidy up the cable tie. That. And that's it.